Hi everyone and welcome to another Doctor Who figure review by me, Mr. Badbull7, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the brand new Forbidden Planet exclusive The City of Death collector's set. I got this figure set 2 nights ago from my local Forbidden Planet store for £26.99. The set is a really good set, and first of all I'm just going to go through detail on the packaging. And the reason why I'm doing detail on the packaging is because it's new and it is looking very smart. So first of all, here we've got a picture of Count Scallione, Sakharov, and then we've got a picture of the Sakharov, and it says with the swappable head from the City of Death. Here we've got a picture of the 4th Doctor in 1979. Here it says Doctor Who, and here it says City of Death Collector's Set, 4th Doctor 1974 to 1981. Then it says the 4th Doctor and Count Scallione and Sakharov the Jagaroth. On the side it just says what it says on the front. On the back it says the Doctor Who logo, the Russell T Davies one. Here it says 5+, and then we've got the different eras when the Doctor was in Doctor Who. Then it says Count Scallione, Sakharov with the swappable head and City of Death, like it said on the front. Then it has a little fact file on the City of Death, and then got the barcode and Underground Toy Company information and things. At the top we can see it says Doctor Who, and we've got the Character Online logo. Here it's got the warning sign with a Underground Toys logo and a BBC logo. So that's really it for the packaging. So now we're going to go on to the figures itself. So first of all I'm going to review the accessories and get them out of the way first. So here we've got the Count Scallione swappable head. It's done very nice. He does look very evil looking when you look at the thing. On the prototype images it didn't look that evil, but when you do actually get the figure you will be able to see that it does look quite evil. I don't know if you can see on the camera. He's got nice grey hair, which is done with nice streaks through it, which is done very nicely, very lifelike. The face is done very nicely as well. There's no paint smudges on it or no bad quality control, and it does actually fit nicely onto the actual Sakharov swappable head. It fits onto him perfectly. Yeah, so absolutely fantastic. 10 out of 10 for the swappable head, or 5 out of 5. Here we've got the picture. It's done very nicely. Really glad they actually added this into the set, but when you looked at it in the packaging it didn't look like it was removable. It just looked like it was part of the background, but yesterday morning when I had a look properly it was, you know, you could see that it wasn't part of the background of the packaging. So it's done a very nice picture of, and it's got lots of detail around the side, as we can see there. Different patterns on it. Looks very old fashioned with a nice goldy glossy paint, and also we've got different black smudges to make it look a bit more old, and as you can see on the back again it's like that. So that deserves a very well earned 10 out of 10. Now we're just going to get onto his gun. Just wait a minute while I get that off. So here we have his gun. It's very similar to Captain Jack's revolver. It might be the same. It's done very nicely, as you can see, just plain black really. Not too much to say about the actual thing, but it's, yeah, very good. Fits into his hands perfectly, and yeah, again, very well earned 5 out of 5 for that. So now we'll just go on to the last accessory, which is the 4th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. Here we have that. At the end we've got the red nib with the little bit at the end, with like a circle thing around it. Then we've got the black which is a bit smudgy round it. It looks quite big and thick. And then we've got the silver there, which is done very nicely. So that deserves a very well-earned 4 out of 5, because the black is a bit smudgy on this one, but yeah, it is still a good accessory, and I'm glad they actually added that in. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the 4th Doctor figure. So here we have the 4th Doctor figure. We can see his hair is done very nicely with a nice grey blacky effect, nice and curly. Again, like all 4th Doctor figures, it is done very, very well. The eyes on the figure aren't so good. They look like they've been rushed. You can hardly see the black dots in his eyes, as you can see on camera. So they're not the best. The eyebrows are done very nicely. You can actually see them just before the hair goes over the top. The nose is done very well as well, and oops, as we can see here, we can see at the side of his hair we've got this part here where the hair is. The ears are just done very nicely, as you can just see underneath there, and also the lips are done very nicely, and they're not a lipsticky pink colour like most of the rest of the 4th Doctor figures. So finally we have got one that doesn't look as lipstick. But on the figure it does have a brown splodge next to the face. You can't see it from quite far away, but if you do look at it in detail and you go up close to it, you can see it very well. But not too much, not so bad. There's nothing else quality control bad on the figure at the back, or on the head, the back of his head or on the face. Then if we take a look at the scarf, we can take this off and I can show you properly. So here we have his scarf. It's done very nicely with lots of different colours. Put a lot of detail into it, again with the bits of colours down here, as we can see there. Plenty of different colours into it. Very nice. But at the back here we've got a couple of black splodges on the thing that's come off his hair. But you can't really see that much because it is facing the back, and most likely you're going to have the 4th Doctor facing the front anyway on shelves or in figure adventures, so you can't really see that. So yeah, very nice scarf, done very well. So now we're going to get on to the rest of the detail of the 4th Doctor figure. So if we take a look at his overcoat, we can see that it is done very nicely with a nice greeny coloured effect. Again, it does look like the Destiny of the Dalek set 4th Doctor, but just a bit different. We have this black bit that goes around the top of his coat, and the black stripes which run down the side. Then here we've got this little thing here, which you can't see when the scarf's over. It is a white, green and red stripe with a bit of a yellow thing on top. I'm not sure what that actually is, but it must be something like the 6th Doctor's cap that he's got on his overcoat. Then we've got the buttons here at both sides, and again we can see that the arms are done with a black line at each side at the wrist, and the hands just fit there at the bottom, and again they can fit the sonic screwdriver into his hand. So that's really basically the front of the coat. At the back we can see it's very nicely done with lots of creases. You can actually see them on camera, and the 2 buttons here. Also we can see the back of the pockets, which have got a black line round them, and they are actually quite big pockets, probably to fit all these jelly babies in. But let's get back to the figure. We can see that his shirt is a very nice plain white colour, and that is done very nicely. There's not many black splodges of paint come off the actual coat or off the head to splodge all over this figure, so that is very, very good. I'm actually pleased about that. There's plenty of creases in the shirt with the buttons on it as well. Then if we take a look at the trousers, we can see that they are plain a light grey colour with you can see the different joints in the figure. And also this figure is quite hard to stand up. As you can see, I am holding it now while I'm doing the figure review, but yeah, it's at the knees. I think it's not very stiff, the figure, to stand up properly. It is a bit loose, so on the legs, so it is sometimes tricky to stand it up. Then if you take a look at his shoes, they are done very nicely with a nice brown coloured paint, as we can just see there. If I can get it in the light. Oops, falling over again, as I said. Yeah, nice brown colour. I don't know if you can see, oh there we go, properly on camera, but yeah, they are a nice brown colour, and we mixed with black, and they have got lots of shoe lacy things on it, and lots of different crease sort of things. So overall, the Fourth Doctor and the scarf deserves a very well earned 8 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic figure, but just the minor quality control bits again on the scarf and on the face, but you can't see much about that. And also the legs are a bit tricky to stand up on my one, but that might not be the case with yours. So yeah, that is the Fourth Doctor. So now we'll go on to the Sakharov. Now this is a very, very highly detailed figure. As we can see, the head is done with a very nice grey black colour, with the little tentacle things hanging down at each side. Then we can see the big scary eye in the middle, which is done with a very high standard. You can actually see the eyeball on this one, and it is highly detailed. Take a look at the back of the head. Again, we can see all the swiggly bits of the head with lots of veins and wrinkles on the back of the head there, and that is like a grey black colour again. Then if we go down the coat, we can see it is a very nice white colour, and on my one they have actually made it a bit darker, so it looks a bit, maybe not dirty, but a bit dusty or something like that. If you take a look at the shirt inside, we can see it is a turquoise blue colour, and we can see the gold stripe which goes through the middle, which I think is something like supposed to be like a bow tie or something when he was wearing in the episode. Then in the pocket here we can see he's got another turquoise little bit of, maybe it's tissue or a handkerchief, something like that, in his pocket there. Then if we go on to the overall coat, we can see that we've got the buttons here and the bit where they clip into there at the side. We can see there in the corner, we can see where the coat sides, they V down like that. And at the back we've got plenty of creases in the actual figure to make it look realistic, and it is done very, very well. Then inside we look at his undershirt, and we can see the buttons and the actual shirt down here, and that is done very, very nicely. And also if we go down to the trousers, we can see plenty of creases in them with a nice plain white colour, and yeah, not many paint splodges off the other parts of the figure on that. Then we get to the shoes. They are a bit of a mess with the shoelaces. The shoelaces are all over the place, there's bits missing off them. As you can see, there is a bit of a gap there where there should be a bit of a shoelace. Looks like it's just crumbled off and fell off, maybe in the packaging or when they was put it into the packaging. So that's a bit of a silly idea to have, or to do, I mean. Now if we take a look at the back, we can see creases again, and at the bottom of the shoes we have got the brown heels. Now if we have a look at his hands, we can see very much detail on this figure. Lots of detail on the hands there, and he is actually wearing a ring with a green dot in the middle, and on this side he isn't. The hands are done very nicely, but the hands look like the Fourth Doctor's hands or another figure's hands, because you can also fit the sonic screwdriver in the hands as well as his gun, and his gun does actually fit in his hands very, very well. So overall, that figure deserves a very well earned 9 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic figure overall, but I just think the shoes could have been a little bit better. Now, just before I go, I'm just going to go through articulation on both figures, and then that will be the end of my review, and I will tell you my overall thoughts on the figure set. So the fourth Doctor has the standard articulation. Arms do a 360 degrees, the head can turn from side to side a bit, the 360 degrees at the biceps, they can move at the elbows, the hands can do a 360 degrees, they can bend out at the legs a lot, as it is tricky to stand up. He can move at the waist a bit, he bends at the knees, and his feet swivel just a little bit. Now onto the Sakharov. His head spins from side to side a bit with both heads, his arms do a 360 degrees, his biceps do a 360 degrees, the elbows move up and down, and the hands swivel a little bit. The legs at the top end do a 360 degrees, they bend at the knees, and the shoes can move a little bit, but not that much. So, my City of Death collector's set deserves a very well earned 9 out of 10 overall. All the accessories well earned 10 out of 10, and again with the ratings on the figures are overall quite good. And yeah, just the minor details on the figure and the minor bits of quality control which are bad, but yeah, very fantastic figure set, and it is well worth £26.99. Now if you weren't going to buy the figure for that price because you thought it was quite much for two figures, go out there to Forbidden Planet and buy this set. It is absolutely fantastic, and it just makes an absolutely fantastic Christmas present as well. So thanks for watching this review, and my next review will be of the 11th Doctor from Series 5 with his beard. So thanks for watching this review, and I shall see you again soon.